Hi everyone. Okay, if you will please navigate to find your short constructed response right now. Just as a reminder, when you're watching this video, if there's any point that you need to pause and catch up, please do that. But I am wanting you to find the model that we put into Notability yesterday. You'll know that this is the model and not yours because on the teacher model, this was done over the article and also the font's in blue. So that's just one way to know if you're in the right spot. It will also say teacher model at the top. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna color code so you can see what the final product will look like. Yesterday in class, you were supposed to go through and fill out the outline. If you have not completed your outline, that is what you will do first after this video. If you have completed your outline, then you are ready to move on and take all of the information off of the outline and put it together into your short constructed response. Now, this is not the first time you've done this. You have done this before. It's just over a different skill. So number one was the title of the text. You should have chose either the Do You Hear the People Sing in the poem or the necklace. And this teacher model, remember, I'm doing the French Revolution article. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this information off of it and I'm going to put it together into a cohesive, which means it makes sense, it's clear, paragraph. So what I'm going to have you do together with me is I'm going to have you highlight the final product. So again, we're looking at the teacher model and we're highlighting the different parts. So when we're doing the short constructed response, we should remember that there's a pattern. Claim, evidence number 1, reasoning number 1, evidence number 2, and reasoning number 2. It has to be in that order. No ifs, ands, or buts. You will notice that there is a closing statement on this one, and you could decide to do a closing statement if you would like. So for me, I'm going to color code. My claim is going to be yellow. My evidence pieces are going to be this light purple. My reasonings are going to be this pink. And then any other information I'm going to do in neon green if I have it left over. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read it all the way through, and then I'm going to color code. So the author's purpose of writing the French Revolution article was to inform the reader about the causes and effects of the French Revolution. In the article, it says the king raised taxes on its citizens, Axelson 2. This evidence shows that the author's purpose is to inform, because the author is informing the reader that raising taxes was one of the causes of the French Revolution. Another quote from the article states, the French Revolution completely changed the social and political structure of France, Axelson 6. The second piece of evidence, shows that the author's purpose is to inform, because the author is informing the reader that one effect of the French Revolution was a change in the social and political structure of France. In conclusion, the author's purpose of this article was to inform the reader. So now I'm going to find my individual parts. I'm going to start with yellow, just like my key on the side is with claim. The author's purpose of writing the French Revolution article was to inform the reader about the causes and effects of the revolution. A couple main pieces. I have the purpose in my claim, which is to inform. I have my main message right here. And so that shows me that this is a good claim statement. Okay? Next, I'm gonna search for my evidence number 1. And there it is. In the article, it says the king raised its taxes on citizens, Axelson 2. Remember that we need this transitional phrase. That's important. We don't just put the text evidence down. And do not forget all the punctuation that goes with text evidence. And then also, do not forget about citations. Those are so important. After I have my first evidence, I'm then going to go to my first piece of reasoning. This evidence shows that the author's purpose is to inform, because the author is informing the reader that raising taxes was one of the causes of the French Revolution. So I have evidence number 1 and reasoning number 1. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to find evidence number 2. Okay, and it's right here. Another quote from the article states, the French Revolution completely changed the social and political structure of France. Axelson 6. Again, we have this transitional phrase right here to introduce our text evidence. We have our citation that is written correctly. Then just repeating the process. Next is going to be our reasoning number 2. This second piece of evidence shows that the author's purpose is to inform because the author is informing the reader that one effect of the French Revolution was a change in the social and political structure of France. That's my second reasoning. Lastly, we have a little extra on this one. There was a conclusion statement. In conclusion, the author's purpose of this article was to inform the reader. You do not have to do this, however, it could be helpful to you. Okay? A couple of other important features. Remember, you are not using I or my. You're not using I think, I believe. No, I think. Or I believe, okay? You are stating everything as facts. Okay, punctuation matters. I'm going to write this down. And grammar. Okay, please make sure everything is capitalized. Things are spelled correctly. There's punctuation at the end. Okay, so what you are going to do now is on your blank document, on your theme analysis document, which is this, you should already have page 1 and 2 done. So again, your outline should be done. You are going to begin working on the piece, the short constructed response piece, where you're going to type all this information out. Again, you have your outline, you're transferring it over. If you're curious as to how you'll be graded, it is the same as your honest truth theme literary analysis. 25 points is a clear theme. 25 points is 2 pieces of evidence that are relevant and punctuated correctly. 25 points is your reasoning, that you have 2 pieces of reasoning. And then 25 points is your language and conventions. So again, all that punctuation, all of those things matter. Remember that this assignment is due tonight or due Sunday by 11:59. I hope that color coding was helpful. If I were you, I would pull it up in Schoology and then I would split screen the teacher example with my example or your example that you're working on so you can see both of them at the same time. Good luck and be good for the sub, please.